Greetings, salutations, good day, and hi. Welcome once again to the NijiCar Season 2 Cup Series. We continue our quest through the preliminaries with rounds 7 to 9. Try hopefully add more drivers into the playoffs automatically with fine race wins. First, we're going to race at the World Wide Technology Raceway in Gateway near St. Louis in Madison, Illinois. Next, we head to Northern California for another road race at Sonoma Raceway. And to wrap up this Friday night, it's speedway action at Nashville, at the Nashville superspeedway, albeit 1 1/3 mile oval. Alright. Here we go. Alright, trying to do some Friday night streams. Trying to get used to the atmosphere of Friday night streams, even though they're not as ideal for me. Alright, Gateway. 32 laps on this interesting edge-shaped oval, as in the long straightaways aren't parallel to each other, so the first couple turns are tighter than the other two turns. Turns 1 and 2 are 11 degrees, turns 3 and 4, 9 degrees, and the straightaways, I can't tell how bent they are, if they're flat or whatever. This track recently back to NASCAR action, started being used for Cup Series racing when it has already been established as a nice track for Truck Series and the Xfinity Series. Now it's home to some nice Cup Series action, and you'll see it again next year in the NASCAR Cup schedule. Anyway, before I ramble on further, let's load the grid. And by the way, it's Rosamy Lovelock's birthday, so a very happy birthday to the Obsidian member. Hopefully we might see her race today. Not sure if she's in the grid for this race or not. Not seemingly, unfortunately. Not on this race. For pole, we have Nara Harmon, who won at Las Vegas last weekend in the round 3. Starting right beside her is Shizuka Rin. Next is Rai Galilei and Ushimi Ichigo. Next is Nagisa and Claire. Reza, Bonivier, and Jiu. By the by, if I'm having trouble pronouncing names, you can feel free to correct me in the chat or wherever. Gaon, Amamiya, and Hana. Masaru, Kazuku, and Sarah. Imari, Rimu, and Amasiya. Anji, Daram, and Azura. Banhara, Rishan, and Kana. Kaide, Mikoto, and Yugo. Hayun, Etna Crimson, and Yuki Chihiro. Belmont makes his first appearance this series, followed by Luca and Chaika, Petra, Kazaki, and Rion. Nina, Siska, and Shu. Taka, Folger, and Nari. And finally, Renzotto, who won the previous race at Charlotte. Looking for a second win here. As we get rolling. Racing under the lights at World Wide Technology Raceway, 1.25 mile oval, over 32 laps. Here we go. Now Hamon looking for a second win. Of course, if he gets more than one win in the preliminaries, there's no automatic spot for whoever finishes second. So that's an automatic spot wasted for potential drivers looking to have a proper race win the series. Going onto the backstretch, and the green flag will somehow go up when the cars reach turn 3. So look out for the safety car pulling up, and we should be set to go just about now. And it does just about go now, and we are green here at Gateway. Nara and Shizuka Rin lead everyone up to the first couple turns. 32 laps or 25 minutes. Did I put in the 25-minute time limits? Oh, 3 wide to start off this race. Before going back to 2 wide. A lot of 2 wide racing. A couple of 3 wide here. Overhead V just in case. And leading early on is Ushimi Ichigo. And Ichigo's going to be followed by Nara and Rin. Through 1. 31 to go. 0.762 is the gap between Ichigo and Nara. Got a bunch of overtake attempts here as Ragalale jumps up to 2. This is a nice background music for racing under the lights, racing on this Friday evening. Suzuki Masaru is in P5. Behind him is Ojiu. And it's Anji, Amamiya, and Nagisa. Ichigo's cutting off the inside from Rai. Let's see the back of the grid. Oh, not good luck for Nina. Currently well back in 43rd. She just passed Luca to go up to 42nd. Meanwhile, Petra is just being present as she is. Shiramino 30, Folder 28. Renzotto moved up quite a bunch of spots. Garam is currently sitting on 23rd. Ramon, first race of the season for him. Getting along in 17th, Yugo 16. The adorable Amamiya has decided to back up a bit, still very early on. Whoa! Ichigo has spun a 360 and will lose a few spots. None too serious, however. And Shizuka Rin has moved up to the lead. Magic Katrina is currently 3. But fast approaching are Ryushin and Sister Claire, going up to P3 and P4 respectively. Oju is just behind Rin. Trying to find an inside, but they're both going high as they cross to complete 6. First time NijiCar is racing at Gateway. We're going to Sonoma and Nashville next, after this. Alon on the move goes up to 5. Rin leads another lap. And Petra is currently relegated to the back of the grid. All jam-packed here. As you can see in this overhead view. Some side-by-side racing before going single file. Yushin is leading currently. Shizuka Rin has backed up a bit. Still a lot of racing left. Speeds at over 150 miles per hour here. Over 160. Get a hold of yourself. Don't slip around too much. Oji peels away from Shizuka Rin. In Rin's attempt to go up to P2. We have a choo-choo train of cars on tap. Single file on the high line. Gowns on the move. Good move by Gown, moving up a few spots. Belmont, as we almost had a bit of a whoopsie doodles with an orange car, with the car of Nara, but she has managed to collect herself. These turns are where you might see a whole bunch of action. And as I say that, we see cars attempt to overtake here. Oh, we have someone stopping the pits. And who was that at pit lane? Hard to tell, but that looks like a red car. I don't think it's Nina. No, it's Folger. Let's just stop at pit lane. Wasn't he like at the top 15 a few laps ago? Yeah, let's just stop briefly for refueling. Siska Leontine also going into pit lane. As we start to approach the midway point, and Shizuka Rin is back in the lead. Battle for second between Ojiu and Amasia. Amasia is on the move against Jiu. Jiu cuts off Sia on the inside. They approach the front stretch now, and Sia's on the move, and Sia goes up to P2 and is now attempting to chase after Rin. Laps on the backstretch. Not quite. Rin stays ahead. Jiu threatening again. Rams into the back of Sia's car. Jiu tries up on the inside, but backs out. Tries again. Again, no go. These two are fast trying to approach Shizuka Rin, but nothing doing. We're over the halfway point. 15 to go. Petra's stopping in pits. Everyone's still racing. No accidents as of yet. Maybe a few more laps until the competition caution. What I like to call the pit stop shuffle. Ojiu has passed Amasia, and now just behind Rin. Bumper to bumper bumping. Because what else did you do with bumpers except bump each other? And Jiu bumps Rin out of the lead. Rin is bumped back down to second. Jiu bumps herself into the lead. Bumpity bumpity bump bump. Stream still currently on zero views. What a bummer. To go, we're through 20. .761. 37 of the 43 cars within the lead lap. Ian's not quite doing so hot. That's your highest Ian member right now. Luca of Luxium at 27th. Meanwhile, the other three branches, or should I just say the currently singular non-EN branch, are occupying the top 3 spots, plus Sister Claire looking for a prayer here, wants to make her way into the playoffs with a miraculous run sometime in these last 10 laps. Sister Claire goes up to P3 now. Now she's threatening Amasia and Jiu to repent for whatever sins they are committing with the gamesmanship going on with the racing and stuff. How did Hanamakia go all the way to 5th all of a sudden? And look at this. A close pack of 6 cars with 8.5 to go. I'm gonna see if Michelle goes back up to the lead. XID's Gen 2. Claire still P3. And she's on the move, trying to go on the outside. Nothing doing for Claire. Rin still remains second. Sia remains in the lead, but still anything can happen in these last few laps as Claire bumps into Rin. Look how close these 3 cars are. Basically become a battle for second between these cars. These 3 basically trading spots for second. This time Ren has the advantage, but there's not much racing left here. Only way this can be totally screwed up is if there was a competition caution. You never know when such a happenstance will take place. Well, I guess already as the first bunch of cars are going into the pit lane. I guess Sia will go in next lap. And then we'll have like 3 laps of ridiculous racing to determine the winner. What is this? I see smoke. Who gave up? Who gave up here? I don't see anyone having given up on the race. Ah, Bellman's back. Bellman's backwards, trying to find his way into his pit box correctly. Let the others pass, man. Let the others pass. I don't even know what that cloud of smoke was for. Shizuka Ren has come out. Leading all of a sudden is Folger. Probably had a very good pit stop on hand. Norinaka Kazaki is now second, and Siska Leontine is third. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a pit lane shuffle at its finest. Cars leading throughout much of the race, but then everyone goes into pit stop simultaneously, and then everyone's positions gets shuffled all of a sudden. Wasn't Folger like at the back of the grid at one point? From 43rd now into the race lead. Nothing makes sense around here, fellas. $18 for Shizuka Ren. Where is Amasia out of the race? Thanks a lot, Belmont. You really screwed things up here. I hate to see it. Now, with 2 to go, 2.5 miles left, Folger still has the advantage by 5.5 seconds. As Siska Leontine goes back up to P2. Comes Folger onto the main stretch. Folger has 1.25 miles left. White flag is up. Less than a lap to go for a second consecutive male Nijisanji EN race winner. Looking very good for Folger, who started out 41st in this race. What's with these deep starters getting race wins? And then we're going to have another one here. And here comes Folger. And he is victorious. Folger Ovid of Noctix is your winner at Gateway. Siska Leontine second, and Morinaka Kazaki finishes P3. Folger Ovid, congratulations. Victorious here at WWTR. And everyone is done. So we'll just wait for Folger to park, and then we'll bring in the points. Alright. As this car suddenly pops up, a few cars pop up like that, and Yugerman's car goes almost upside down. We bring in the points. Points solely to determine the rest of the field for the playoff. We mark off Folger as the race winner. Retro, another top 5 finish. Cheka, Shu, Ren. Ren's also from start at the back of the field. Top 10 finish for him again. Good job to him. Nina, very good. Top 10 finish. And Rion, Ryushin, Luka, Takarajiman, Etna Crimson, Hayun, Friday, Nara, Rin, Rai, Hada, Ichigo, Jiu, Hima, Wari, Reza, Olivier, Darum, Nagisa, Chihiro, Hana, Claire, Mikoto, Kana, Azura, Kokoro, Saru, Ririmu, Izuku, Sarah, Marcia, blew it completely in the pit stop. And Gaon, Anji, Yugo, and Belmont. First race of the series ended up very disappointing for the XC's member. And that all looks correct. That all looks correct. And Nara is the points leader with 151. Just 20 behind is Ha Yun, and third is Siska. Fourth is Darum, and fifth is Renzotto, and we still have 4 drivers still have yet to race, and that's Kane and Witoko Ryuhari, and most especially Fernanda Ryugu. As we move on to Sonoma, this iteration of the track. Sonoma Raceway, formerly the Infineon Raceway, in Northern California, just a few dozen miles north of San Francisco. Race 15 laps. We're going to race on the club circuits, which does include the chutes. I'll probably explain more of how this track works when we get to racing there. Club circuit, 1.990 miles, 2.203 kilometers, 12 turns, and open the capture. And we should be set to go for this 15 lap showdown, our second road course of this season. Here we are, fellas. Oliver Evans is pole for this race, the honorary EN member, even though he's actually a Nijisanji JP. Yori Miranda is second, starting off second. Next is Chigusa, Tamaki, Minsuha, and Shizuka Rin. Hada, Inui Toko, welcome to NijiCar Season 2. And Gundo Mirai. Next is Ren, Hisui, and Mito. Yuki Violetta, Layla, and Claire. Ichigo, Anna Alouette. Finally, where were you? Man. What's with her absences this series? And Hyuna 18. Giyu 19, Rixa 20, Aiba Ueha 21. Reza Mugi and Aya. We get to see Aya race. Darum, Shu, and Roha. Ryuki, Joe, Rikichi, and Keisuke. Miko Malatika. Fanana Ryugu finally enters a race. And on a road course natch. Because that's what F1 drivers exclusively race on. Road courses and street circuits. And then Tomoe, 33rd. Then we have Petra, Siska, and Himawari. Amasiya, Suzuaki, and Shina Yuika. Finally, Sonagi, Nasera, Voxakuma, and Ike Everland. That's your 43 car grid for this 15 lap road course race at Sonoma with Oliver Evans at pole. Let's see if we can have an 8th different race winner in 8 races so far. On to the starting grid. Oh, you know what? I just realized I've got to change the time. Stupid. I've got to change the time to 12 p.m., so this race is technically rigged. Remind me to change the race time, so they wouldn't race at night for this 9th round. I've got to change the clock to 12 p.m. because I wanted to get this race over with. Well, it's too late to back out now. I've already locked in the grid, so we got a race as it stands. And we have some cars screwing up the starts. But do we have green flag conditions? Oh, you bet we do. Here we go with this rigged race at Sonoma, which will eventually go down to the dark by the end of these 15 laps. Luckily, there's still daytime setting here. My concern is how the track will appear once it gets to the late stages of the race. Oliver with a good jump to begin with, 1.5 seconds. Well, here's Fumino Tamaki at P2 with Nishizono Chirusa at 3. Overhead view, which will take 12 taps of the 5 key to enable. Well, technically 11, but but an extra push of the number 5 key on the numero results in a wider view as we have ourselves some cars messing up. This is what you get for deciding to delay the race until nighttime, and thus results in awkward visibility as Oliver Evans has the lead from pole, followed by Tamaki and Chigusa. And Alouette doing pretty good at 14th. Now this is what I was referring to by the chute. Yeah. It reduces the track size a wee bit. Instead of going through this inside section, you just bypass this section entirely, and so you race only 1.99 miles instead of like 2-something miles. Car slipping and sliding. Oh, you're Mirena struggling to get herself together, and has consequently lost more than a dozen or so spots. Layla! Oh, very careful there. Be very careful when you approach this turn. Oh, car on fire. That's Darren Kato on fire. So that will most likely end Darren's race in disappointing fashion. Then has to pit. Many cars bumping into each other toward the back of the grid. Shizuka Rin having to deal with the effects of carbon monoxide. Come on! That might consequently result in a DNF if Shizuka Ren doesn't do something. Well, she's free, but what about Tomoe? We'll let her figure things out for herself as Oliver Evans continues to lead by 6 seconds. So we lost Daram. Here come the other cars. Going to bypass the stranded car of Daram. Next bunch of cars. Passing through as Durham's car gets teleported into pit lane, so we have a clearer racing. As Chigusa messes up on the turn. Bumping between Uki and Hada. Oliver Evans having a pretty good start here to this race. Going around this hairpin turn with ease. My concern therein lies with whether this track does have floodlights enabled. There are floodlight towers there, but I don't even know if they work in this iteration of the Sonoma track I'm using here, because I forgot to set the race time to 12 p.m. This forgetful fat piggy I am, as Ryugu smokes out. Awful start to her season here. Took until round number 8 to finally get to race, and she's making a real mess of things. At this point, she would rather want to race in an F1 car. I don't blame her. And Claire messes up. Moogie is maybe a bit worse. Oh, careful there, Anna. Careful, Anna. Everyone wants you to score high, not score low. Oliver's lead is now 14 seconds. Chigusa's still second, but fast approaching is Fumino Tamaki. As opposed to cars after Oliver make their way and approach the chute after the brief stint through the carousel. Why do some tracks have a turn called the carousel when it doesn't even come close to looking like one? I know, obviously, there's some turns that are called the hairpin turn because they are very tight and do indeed resemble a hairpin turn. Car stuck at 28. But she seems to have corrected herself. As the sky starts to darken and temperatures go down, and car tires have trouble getting a grip on the surface. Mari is doing okay in 16th. Careful, Layla. Almost ran into disaster. Emily Topper making her presence felt. Oliver still leading substantially. What else is new? So we've lost two cars. One was already a race winner anyway, so not too worrisome for her. But the other, she'd rather race F1 cars. Minsuha goes up to P3. He's being threatened by Von Hada. As they go around hairpin. No problem right there. No problem with these cars. Bump in between Layla and Hisui. 3 wide at the hairpin, are you nuts? And choosing to play it safe and go inside that curve. Oh, Anna, you're so silly. Careful there. Cars drifting around this turn. Like it's Sonoma Drift instead of Tokyo Drift. Who is at 34? Sonagi. Seven to go. Chigusa's back in second, Tamaki third, and so we're back to where we were a couple laps ago. Very, very, very crazy. My sister Claire, as she'll have to pit. Careful, Ichigo. Battle for fourth between Minsuha and Uki Violetta. And Minsuha has decided to back himself out. Anyway, who do I feature next? Siska, who's pitting. Fuyuki, who just pitted. Same for Petra. Just coming out now. Oliver's lead is still massive. 17 now as Uki Violetta moves up to P3. Hanhada P4. Chigusa lost a few spots down to 5. As what is Fuyuki doing? I don't think you're even part of the race anymore. You're a lap behind, and you're just screwing up all momentum here as the sky starts to darken further. And visibility starts to get an issue as these cars don't have headlights. Instead, they have stickers on the front resembling headlights, because, as you know, actual headlights would be dangerous for cars, because, you know, because they're glass and they would leave messes everywhere if cars crash. And stock cars frequently crash in these NASCAR-style races. 5 to go. Umino Tamaki second, Uki Violetta third. Don't mind Sonagi. Don't mind Petra either. They just basically serve as obstacles. Kichikochi Hisui of apparently the same team as Chigusa, being threatened by Minsuha and Gundo Mirai. In an attempt to go up to P3. Oliver basically led throughout the race from pole. hasn't run into any issues throughout these first 10, almost 11 laps. What is he doing now? Was contemplating going into pit lane, but decided to back out. And gets slammed into by Sia. That's just nuts by Amasia's part. Trying to give Oliver a harder time with 4 to go. Oddly enough, though, despite all these happenstances going on in this unnecessarily dark nighttime race, we still have lost just 2 cars. Oliver's lead has gone down to less than 10 seconds now. And he's not being helped by the fact that Nasser and Amasia Michelle are limiting how fast Oliver can go, how much farther away can he be from the next highest driver, which is currently Fumino Tamaki. Oh, an issue. And Tamaki has lost control of herself. That's gonna put Uki up to P2 with 3 to go. And Ollie not even wanting to pit yet. Fumino Tamaki very lucky enough to lose all of 1 grid spot after that incident. But still 11, almost 12 seconds behind Ollie. And we have a lot of cars starting to go into the pits now, because it's late in the race. But lights still won't go up. But track conditions are still relatively bright here. Oh, Oliver! Oh, he's losing control completely. Oh man, might he have enough fuel left to, excuse me, make it to pit lane? Probably missed entering that pit lane entrance. Still has almost an 8-second lead. Well, careful! Oh, that was very close by Oliver, but even then, he spun backwards and it gets tagged by Hyuna! And look who's just behind Oliver now. It's Fumino Tamaki, who has somehow managed to avoid this mess, but is slipping and sliding still, and Oliver still remains in the lead. And he's skipping pit lane again. Nighttime already at Sonoma with 1 to go. 1.99 miles left as Tamaki has to enter pit lane. Layla Astramiria will steal second from Tamaki for the time being. Oliver's lead is just way too great. Going on to the chute for the last time. Oliver, Layla, and Renzotto. Just a few turns away from the perfect wire-to-wire finish. Here it comes, approaching the hairpin. That tight hairpin and a couple more turns, and that will do it. And Oliver Evans gets the victory at Sonoma. Rigged because I forgot to set the clock from a nighttime setting, but what are you gonna do here? Layla gets second, gets 2 playoff points, and Renzotto gets 1 more playoff point. So victory for Oliver in a little over 23 minutes. This far from over, we're still waiting for the rest of the grid to finish. Oh, thank goodness, a top 10 finish for Enna. That is much more like it for her. Gun number 8 P5. Very impressive. So Oliver's in, still waiting for the last few drivers to finish. This is going to take forever to end. Yeah, we're definitely going to pass the 25-minute mark there. And we certainly do. Alright, that's it. That's it. That's it. Let's mark down the top 3. That's Oliver, Layla, and Ren. Sukudomito 4th and Gundomare 5th. 6th is Enna. 7th, Liroha. 8th, Shizuka Ren. 9th, Reza. And 10th, Tamaki. Let's go ahead here. Toko, Chiyu, Keisuke, Uki, Hisui, Aki, Rena, Domare, Box, Hada, Shigusa, Mika Himawari, Ike, Mika, Sarah, Aya, Suha, Fuyuki, Nagi, Joe, Yona, Uiha, Siska, Mugi, Amasia, Petra, Ichigo, Banana, and final Darum. Locking the points. All looks correct. So of course we have eight different race winners in 8 different races. That's what you get with this 105 car field. And Renzoto is now the new points leader, thanks to his 3rd place finish here. Second is Nara, who did not qualify for this race. Hayun is 3rd, did not qualify for this race. And we still have Kane and Ryuhari yet to show up for a race after this midway point. 7 rounds to go. We are going to Nashville to wrap up the night. Nashville. And I didn't forget this time. We're doing a day race. 40 laps. I'm going to use the ARCA version of the track, because why not? Alright, hopefully we have views as we go to Nashville for round 9. Nashville Superspeedway 1 1/3 miles. Banking 14 degrees. And we're going to race 40 laps. Let's see how it goes up. Let's see how it is here. And at pole we have Shu Yamino once again pole. That's at least a second time this series that Shu has pole for a race. Next is Suzuya Aki. Next, and 3rd Ichigo. 4th Zia. 5th Layla 6 Box. And then we have Belmont, Hanamakia, and Reimu. Mito, Ike, and Saku. We have Amamiya, Joe, and Gaon. Maria, Angie, and Uki. Moogie, Alice, and Ririmu. Claire, Kyo, and Nara. Retna Petit, Rosami, the birthday girl, there she is. And there's Kazu, and we have Kazuha at 27. We have Kazuha at 27. I was about to say Kane's name, but no, it's a Kazuha's name. I got confused for a bit. Zaya, Yuko, Aris, Nagisa. What do we have next? Sarah, Nina, Lise. Now, Lise in the season 1 race at Nashville started back at the grid one here, so it's kind of like a nice homecoming for Lise. 34 Pomu, 35 Ren, 36 Banana. And then we have Mikoto, Millie, and Kaide. Sonny, Albin, Ryushin, and Rin. That's your grid. That's your grid. 40 laps at Nashville Superspeedway for round 9, led by Shu Yamino. Let's get things rolling. Yes, there are there's supposed to be multiple trackside cameras, but oh, there we go. There's the multiple camera views. Speed up for a bit. Onto turns 3 and 4. Might we get a 9th different race winner of these preliminaries? Might we get some views for this stream before we wrap up the night? Let's find out as we get set to go here at Nashville Superspeedway. Shu and Suzuaki lead everyone up to the green flag. Here we go, 40 laps. Suzuaki and Zia Akabira make the jump. Everyone going side by side. Bit of a mistake by Suzuaki, but she rebounds a bit. He rebounds a bit. Almost said she. Suzuaki is a he. Suzuaki looking for a second win this series after his race win at Fontana. Banana naturally towards the rear of the grid. Because what are you going to do? Shu Yamino just behind Suzuaki. Maria at 18th. Birthday girl. Right around the middle of the pack. Looking to get a nice supply of points as a birthday gift. Perhaps a race win and a spot in the playoffs. Not quite a packed crowd in the grandstands. Because this is the ARCA version of the track and not quite the NASCAR version. Reimu speeds her way to P3 now. Looking for another top 3 finish to go along with her 3rd place finish at I forgot where, either Charlotte or Or hell if I know. Shu Yamino currently leads. Hoping to make Luxium go... No, actually, no. The male EN members go 2 for 3 in races today. Of course, Shu has a chance to make it an all-male affair at the end of tonight. Go 3 for 3 in male Nijisanji drivers getting race wins, with 2 of them coming from the EN branch. Ichigo is making a move on Reimu, but Reimu cuts off Ichigo. Ichigo tries again, and this time is successful, goes up to P2. Tsukunomito is 4th, Zia is 5th. Kokoro is charging, and she will not quite get there into the top 5. Shu's lead is 4 seconds. We're through 8. This is a really fast first 1/5 of this race. Scanning throughout the grid, Belmont. Second race appearance this season. Looking for a nice finish to his name. Perhaps a race win. If not for the fact that Shu is way too ahead of himself. Look how packed these cars are as they fight for third. Currently controlled by Amamiya Kokoro. Zia trying to make a move on Kokoro. Not quite there. Tsukunomito, the original Nijisanji member, is up to second. Trying to cut into Shu's lead. And with a fast burst of speed, Mito jumps to the lead. The original Nijisanji member hoping to make the Cup Series playoffs after winning the Constellation Road Series in the first season. With B12 now. This shows how fast this race is. Almost at 190 miles per hour. Everyone is basically in it. Banana still wishing she were racing in F1 competition. Man, what happened? She made the playoffs in the first season, and here she is struggling to make ends meet here. How's the birthday girl doing? Pretty good. Moved up a few spots to 16th. Mito's lead is 3.7. Banhada is not... No, Belmont Banter is not Banhada. Belmont And there's his third. And Hada isn't even in this race. Battle for fourth between Amamiya and Aki. Aki trying to find it inside. Start off front row along with Shu. Still in the top 5. Bumpers with Kokoro. Oh, here comes Kokoro now. Looking to pass Belmont to go up to P3 again. And does. But loses it. Finds the yellow line and has to give up the spot back to Belmont. Shu regains the lead from Mito. Mito speeding up again! Regains the lead. Once again, if you're just joining, this is round number 9 of NijiCar Season 2 Cup Series. We've had 8 different race winners. We have a chance to make it a 9. With 22 to go in this 40-lap race. Suzuya Aki, who already won at Fontana, is currently going on 6th. Still has a shot of getting a second win and preventing an automatic playoff spot from being awarded in this round. This is indeed a fast race. Mia going along 3rd, but will back out. Try to conserve herself for the latter stages of the race as we approach the halfway point of this round. Mito trying to make music in the Music City with whatever magnificent moves she may be making on this 1 1/3 mile megaplex that is the Nashville superspeedway. Much magic, much music, much Tsukino Mito. Mito's lead is 1.234, but that can easily be lost with a good move by Shu or Belmont. Most likely Belmont, but Shu will bounce back. And Shu is fast approaching Mito. But slows down. That's how they are. Excuse me, a car finding a good position, yet to decide to back out, to drop a few spots to conserve himself or herself. Oh, Mito's lead is almost nil. Here comes Belmont Banderas of the X-Seeds. Bumps into Mito, goes into the lead. Mito wants to rebound back. Not quite there. Mito has to drop back. Belmont won at Watkins Glen in a very, very close finish in Season 1. Looking to make a return trip to the playoffs. In this JP number 45 car. But Zia overtakes. Zia Akabiura also one of the Season 1 playoff drivers. Suzuki Aki didn't compete in Season 1. He won anyway, and in Fontana, as I've already stated 500 million times. So he's going to be in the playoffs anyway. Close battle with 14.5 left to go here. It's Zia and Shu, your top two. And Shu finds the inside, regains the lead. Zia wants to attack on the outside, but Mito is fast approaching, and we have yet another lead change. Only for Shu to retake it back to himself. Might we have consecutive pole winners with race wins tonight? We'll find out in roughly 12.5 laps. And Belmont has to pit, one of the first drivers to go into the pit lane. So, pit stop shuffle not too far behind. And yes, here they come. Everyone is going to pit. Belmont is just about to come out momentarily. Does do so. Sister Claire currently has the lead effective, but has she pitted yet? No, she hasn't. These three haven't yet, so who will have the lead? It's Belmont Banderas. Who will basically have the lead effective with 10 to go. And yes, Belmont is officially in the lead. Suzuki second, Shu third, and all-male top three. To go, Belmont looking to make a return playoff appearance, leading by 1.699 seconds. Mito is losing it. Joe Rikichi goes up to fourth. Mito is having to settle for fifth. That's the best, because Belmont, I'm pretty sure, had a pretty good pit stop. Suzuki has to deal with a couple cars before he could attempt to challenge Belmont. Belmont just lets a Banana pass him by. And here comes Suzuki. Asks Belmont to go into the lead. Shu enters the picture. He reclaims P2. By the by, how is the birthday girl doing? 14th. 15th. Not a chance to get a race win today here at Nashville, but at least she's present, and we'll get some points after we're through here. Aki leading. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Akabira regains the lead. What just happened there? I was distracted by a warning on YouTube about potential copyrighted music. And all of a sudden, Zia Akabira has the lead with 3 to go. Suzuki remains second, Mito is third. Zia's lead is 2.75. Remaining behind a dozen or so drivers, looking for a chance to strike, and here she is striking, looking to get back to the playoffs. Has a little over 1.5 laps to do so. Flag marshal to wave the white flag for Zia Akabira of the former ID Gen 6WS, or however the hell you pronounce it. Being threatened by Suzuki Aki, but it might be too little too late for Aki for a second win this series. Here comes Zia Akabira onto the front stretch. And Zia Akabira gets the victory at Nashville. Welcome back to the Cup Series playoffs, Zia Akabira. Suzuki Aki second, Tsukino Mito gets a playoff point, finishing third. Thelma Mandera's fourth, and Shu Yamino finishes P5. So Zia Akabira, another ID member, making the 43-car playoff field. 9 different race winners in 9 races in these preliminaries. And no one has crashed out. This is a clean race all throughout. Oh, Mamma Mia finished 37th. You hate to see it. Those are me, not much she could do from where she started. But 17th, we'll see how she fares with 6 rounds to go. As we bring in the points and wrap up for tonight. Alright, Zia Aki, Mito, Belmont, Shu, Hana, Joe, Rimu, Alice, Uki, Anji, Ike, Kazuha, Suzuka Rin, Sasaki Saku, Millie Rosemi, Claire, Sunny, Lise Homu, Alban Kaide, Ren, Nasera, Ryushin, Zia, Maria, Gaon, Banana. Well, another low finish for her. Kyo, Nina, Nagisa, Retna, Ichigo, Ruko, Amamiya, Nara, Mikoto, Mugi, Layla, Remu, and Vox. Alright, gonna bring in the points and then see who leads in the points standings, and we'll wrap up for today. 43 drivers all in, and Zia. Makes it 9 different drivers with wins. Renzoto is still on top of the points standings with 172 points. Nara second, 152. Suzuya Aki goes up to third, 149. Tsukinomito and Ha-Yun both have 131 points, but Ha-Yun will have the tiebreaker, has a higher finish than Mitsu, even though Ha-Yun didn't even show up for Nashville. We still have yet to hear from Kane and Ryuhari in these preliminaries. I'm going to wrap up for today. Everyone looks good. Wrap up for today and preview tomorrow's rounds. Rounds 10 to 12. Another road race for round 10. We're going to race at Road America, the longest road course in America, perhaps the world, at over 4 miles. Next is a mile race, a 1 mile shootout, the Magic Mile at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and then wrap up the Saturday. We race at Pocono, the Tricky Triangle, around 12. That's your rounds 10 to 12. As we start to wind down the preliminaries and try to add in a bunch more names onto the grid for the playoffs, which I hope to begin in a few weeks after we're done with the Road Series. So yeah, small view count, but what can I do with these Friday night conditions? And I still gotta stream for another couple more Friday nights in this season. Anyway, have a great rest of your evening. See you again tomorrow. See you again tomorrow for more action in the NijiCar Cup Series. 11 a.m. Eastern, around 10 to 12 at, like I said, Road America, New Hampshire, and Pocono. Take care and have a good night. Otsudag.